Okay, so to start off, what is it exactly that you do?
Search and rescue with my dog. He's a live find search dog. So in disasters such as tornadoes and hurricanes, we go in, buildings have fallen, and try to see if there's survivors.
What was your life like before you started search and rescue?
Well, I was always interested in helping out people. I liked camping. You do a lot of that kind of thing in these disaster environments.
Where did you see yourself as when you were a kid?
Actually, I was going to be a veterinarian.
What motivated you to do this?
Actually, after 9/11, 9/11 hit, and I wanted to, like most people, kind of help out where I could. Found out that I could get involved in a local search and rescue team, and that's when I got my first dog.
Did anyone inspire or help you to do this?
I had a lot of mentors. They tried to discourage me because, it is a hard environment, and it takes a certain personality to go in there. And so that's the only reason why they wanted to make sure that I was actually prepared and really wanting to do it. To go to their trainings and help them out, and they'd really put a lot of time on me. Like I said, to kind of discourage me to make sure that I really, really understood what I was getting myself into.
You kind of already talked about it, but what was your first step?
Well, showing up at their trainings, and I was already an animal lover, so I was already training horses at the time. So working with the dogs wasn't a far leap from that.
What were the biggest challenges you had? You talked about they kind of discouraged you to do it. What were the biggest challenges?
They were just putting tests in place to test myself, my character, test if I understood how to work the dogs. Basically, when you go to training, the first couple of times you kind of watch and observe, and they kind of talk to you and tell you what's going on, and then they actually put you in a hole and they bury you, and you become the victim. And with that, you really interact with the dogs because they come and find you, and then you have to reward them. So you need to be a good victim as far as rewarding the dogs and playing with the dogs, because that's basically the dog's paycheck, and they wouldn't do it otherwise if you weren't fun to be a victim. It kind of sounds funny because it's training, so you're a victim and they bury you, but you have to be a lot of fun for the dogs and have a lot of energy for the dogs. But if you're claustrophobic or scared of dogs, which we do get some people that come out to think they want to be it, there's absolutely no way you're gonna succeed there.
What actions led up to your most difficult challenge in becoming a search and rescue?
Going through our certification, basically, the team that I was with, they would put in certifications to get you prepared for the pressure and the test itself. And so they would extra hard, basically harder than the actual test that you take for certification. So that was, and then they'd pressure you in ways of, why are you doing this? Why exactly are you doing that? What's your dog doing? How come you can't read your dog? Where's he going? Stuff like that, because you do need to think under pressure when you're out in a disaster environment.
Well, what was the most challenging search and rescue you ever faced?
Probably Katrina. That was our big one that we went to, mostly because of the environment that was there. There was not much in the way of power or water. The mental challenges going inside the buildings, being faced with people that had no longer made it, being faced with animals that didn't make it, and just that kind of stuff.
What were the benefits, everything you went through?
Well, I'm on my second dog, so that was a benefit. I've stuck through it. I'm getting certified, being deployed a couple of times and looking for local lost persons out here.
Has your experience at this job that you have, has it changed you as a person, you feel?
I hope so. I hope that it made me a better person, that it has made me see people on the street as forget my own problems and remember that everybody has had difficulties, and no matter what they are facing at that moment that you encounter them, that there's more to the story. Well, I enjoy it. It's fun for me. I mean, obviously, it's extremely serious when the alarm goes off, so to speak. But all the trainings that we do it's a lot of fun. And the dogs, of course, it's not a job for them. It's just a game. They enjoy it more than anybody else, and I guess that's why I get so much happiness out of it.